This episode is brought to you by Merca and Toyota Susho. So, at the beginning of the show, I introduced this idea that, there's a ton of work. Lead flow is happening. There are a lot of folks out there that they just don't have the time to implement a system. They're getting their phone calls in and they're writing them down on a notebook, and they're following up and doing all this stuff, and knowing where to begin with getting organized on this is such a challenge. Would you say that when you meet people in your line of work, are they are they coming to you with a notebook of like, okay, here are my leads? Like, where are they at in their
No,
journey?
usually when I start talking to contractors, painters, um, yes, they usually have a notebook, um, and then some other ideas all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So many ideas, and their contacts, for example, like they're getting leads from business directories out there, like Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
And others like Home Advisor, and then they will tell me like, yeah, I have all of these contacts, all of these leads. I like to do some marketing for them, but they don't have all that information really organized, like in a
Right.
database, or in a spreadsheet in a computer or in a notebook. So they have pieces all over the place. And when they come to me, so that they're really eager to do marketing. Everything they want to do is marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But before thinking about marketing, they need a foundation. They need to be really organized to have a marketing that works. So
Right.
by not having that organization, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get any results, but
Sure.
definitely you'll be just throwing your money away and getting less results than if you were to get results when you have something that is organized, when where you're standing and what's the next step you should be taking next for lead capturing, for lead follow up, which is a big challenge. You and I were talking briefly before about how such a challenge, how big of a challenge it is, the lead follow up once you have opportunities in your sales process. So getting the leads is not the problem, but the follow up is the problem. The sending the
Mm-hmm.
estimates on time, that's the challenge, because you have a team out there you need to be looking after. Or if you don't have a team out there, it is the contractor by himself that's out
Right.
there, doing the job in the field, painting, doing what they're supposed to be doing. While in the other hand, the follow up, yeah, they don't have that time. And but having a really organized foundation of all the customers you sold in the past, not because you
Mm-hmm.
sold them one time, that doesn't mean you're not going to sell them again. But those customers you sold in the past, that's a good thing, to have really organized. Those prospects you provided estimates to in the past, those,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much value there, because there are some painting jobs, for example, that we will do it on a yearly basis, like deck.
Mm-hmm.
They need maintenance. Maybe not all families will be painting their decks on a yearly basis, but if you are exposed to a weather like in the New England area, like I am, I'm
Mm-hmm.
think,
Mm-hmm.
I'm painting my deck on a yearly basis. Families
Right.
here, really organized. They also paint their decks on a yearly basis, and that's a really, solid, good stream of income for the contractor. But if you
Right.
don't have that organized, how can you maximize that and for maximum monetization? You know what I mean?
Right.